I've been watching something really fun, but kind of sad, play out on social media over the last week. With the recent release of the new PS5 and its $500 price tag, I can't go 20 minutes without seeing a personal finance guru talk down to people that have one or they want one. If you invest that $500 in the stock market, it would be worth $16,000 by the time you turn 65. Blah, blah, blah. Instead of wasting your time playing video games, you should be reading business books and building your empire. Blah, blah, blah. You should deposit that money in your emergency fund where it will give you security instead of buying something that will be in a landfill 8 years from now. Blah, blah, blah. Instead of buying a Sony PlayStation, you should buy shares of Sony so that you can make money off of all the other suckers who are buying PS5s. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe this is a sign that I should better select who I follow on social media? Well, we'll save that one for another day. Back to the PS5 though. Am I gonna buy a PS5? Probably not. At least not right now. Maybe sometime down the road, I don't know. But here's the important part about what I just said. My answer is applicable to me in November 2020. And personal finance is just that, it's personal. For me, it's not worth the price right now. However, it's not about the price of a PS5. It's not about $500. I could afford a PS5, but right now, there's probably something else I'd like to do with that money. We're planning to take the family to Thailand sometime soon. Come on, COVID, you are killing me here. That's easily gonna cost about $3,000 just for the plane tickets. And I'd like for my wife to have the opportunity to start regularly getting her nails done again sometime soon. That's gonna cost something. And I'd like to spend a couple hundred more a month going on date nights with my wife. So it's not about the money, it's about what's important to me and my family, and in what priority. Also, since when do we start making all of our life decisions around math? I'm a finance guy, I love investing. If I made all of my life decisions based around how much wealth, not buying this product or not having that experience, I'd have way more money than I would do now. But I'd also be considered a hoarder. I don't want to be a hoarder. And I'm kind of a broken record on this, but it's worth mentioning again. In order to have a healthy relationship with money, we need to be able to save, give, and spend. All three of these are so important. We live in this crazy culture that says saving is wise, giving is good, and spending is irresponsible. And I think that's toxic thinking. We need to be able to spend if we want a healthy relationship with money. And for you, that may mean buying a sweet new PS5, or some new clothes, or a memorable trip, or that watch you've had your eye on for a while, or that fun dinner with your friends or family. But you get to choose. I was once in a coaching meeting with a 40-something couple, and the wife said, I know this is irresponsible, but we spend about $2,000 a month going out to dinner. And then her smile was quickly washed away by a look of guilt. And before forming an opinion on this really crazy sounding expense, I asked if we could push pause on this and it can come back around after we've gone through the rest of their finances. Here's where we eventually landed. I encourage them to continue spending that money each month for the following reasons. Going out to nice dinners with friends brought a lot of joy to them, and they loved treating their friends and family to these fun experiences. It was also really valuable time away from the kids together. 2, they didn't really care about stuff. They didn't care about cars, they didn't care about things, they didn't even care about travel. Those expenses were intentionally low in their budget. They were extremely generous, and they were continuing to give more and more and wanted to continue to give more and more. They were saving for future needs and wants, and they've prepared so well. They didn't have any debt, and they lived with so much margin in their life. Spending this money on going out to eat truly added value to their lives. It's not what I would have done, and it's probably not what you would do, but it was the right thing for them. Personal finance is always personal. And had this family not spent on the restaurants or have they not aggressively pursued generosity, they could have easily have turned into hoarders. After discussing this idea of hoarding, they actually admitted that hoarding of stuff, not necessarily money, was in their family background, and that they could see how their wiring could easily push them down that road of hoarding. So here's the question. Should you buy a PS5? Maybe, maybe not. It really depends on why you're doing it, how much value it would add to your life, and whether you've made wise decisions to be able to afford it in a healthy way. I was recently talking to a former youth group kid. He's a typical broke college student, crappy apartment, eating ramen, donating plasma for extra money. He told me that he ordered a new PS5. And I responded, "Whoa, how did you afford that?" Inside, in my own brain, I was afraid he was gonna say, "I just put it on my credit card." Instead, his response really caught me off guard. He explained that way back when, probably 6 years ago, he took my youth group money class when he was in high school, when he was a sophomore. And I was teaching about one way that we can make bigger purchases affordable, like cars or college or technology, is to break it up into a monthly savings plan. He said shortly after that, he decided to start saving $10 a month and would probably use that money to buy video game stuff. Fast forward to today, that $10 a month has accumulated to around $600, which just so happens to be enough to buy a new PS5. This young person, they grasped a really important financial concept. They understood what would add value to their life. They had the discipline to save every month. Even more importantly, they had the discipline to not blow the money somewhere along the road. And today, he was rewarded with a pretty cool purchase. So yeah, I'd say that guy did some pretty good work. And I'm so glad that he didn't let other people in his life convince him that it was irresponsible to buy it. This was an amazing lesson for him, and it will surely help propel him to bigger and better things down the road with all areas of his money. So I'm so proud of him. So for everyone out there that's admonishing people for buying PS5s, or going on a trip, or going to a fun restaurant, or buying some new clothes, calm down. Please calm down. You can continue to hoard if you want, all you want, pursuing more wealth and an ever earlier retirement. That's cool. You do you. As for me, and the people that I have the privilege of serving, we're going to continue down our irresponsible road of living a balanced, healthy, and meaningful life. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this added value to your life. And if you did enjoy, it would mean so much to us if you would like, share, or even subscribe. And while you're here, check out some of our other content, or down below you can find the link to Meaning Over Money, which is our online video course for young adults, where we teach about living life with meaning and less about the money. Take care, guys.